Okay, so let's go to the site view. Okay, site view, and we're going to add some Toposurface. I'll go to massing and site and click on Toposurface. Now, to create a Toposurface, you need to identify the elevation and you want to place points. So currently, place point is selected. I'll just change the elevation maybe to 0.4. Okay, 0.4, maybe 0.3, 0.3. Maybe negative 0.3, negative 0.3. So it's lower than our first floor. So first floor is at 0. So our site will be lower by 0.3. Okay, and then I can select points here. 0.3. So that would be a flat area, right? So if you want this to be flat all the way, then all the points will be 0.3, or you can say maybe go down by negative 0.5. Okay. Right. It's up to you. You can design your site. If you do have a site slope parameter, you can get those points, or there's a lesson that we might be able to do on how to import those points from AutoCAD. But for now, we'll just do it manually. So let's say this one is negative 0.7 or 8. Enter. And click OK. So finish surface. You can click on this down arrow right here under massing and site to change the interval of lines, contour lines. So currently it says every 3 meters. So maybe you'd want this to be every 0.5 or 0.48. Or maybe even closer. So maybe every 0.1 to show more contour lines. Okay. If you want a flat surface here, you can always click on those area or flat surfaces. Okay, so click on this down arrow under massing and site. There's a down arrow, very small. Okay. Okay. Then change that to a certain value. Okay. And you want to get a little bit fancy, you can click on label contour. Okay, that's the height, 1/16 of an inch aerial. So you can click here to there, and you can see the contour elevations. Okay. If it's too small, you can always edit this type, duplicate. So if you want this to be an inch, or an inch will be too much, so maybe 1/8 of an inch. So you can name it 1/8 inch Arial. Arial being the font, which you can also change. And then make sure you change this to 1/8. So notice here, I have a metric as the value, but I can always say 1/8 of an inch. Use the code 1/8 code, and it will convert that to its millimeter value. Okay, click OK. And you can create your contour label.